for right now, right? Respect for other human beings, even within the criminal justice system. So we already talked, you already heard me speak about MLK and 55 years ago and having a dream. But the dream isn't over, right? And there needs to be a new dream. And the dream has to be with humans coming together to see themselves in each other's eyes. It has to be that humans understand that the only people and living beings that can actually make change for other living beings are human beings. Which means that human beings must come together, no matter the race, the creed, the background, the religion. You have to come together and honor all that has come before and all that will be if we want to make a change, right? So we talk about change in a way that doesn't give honor to beings and the reason why we give change. I appreciate you, brother, for talking about Ida B. Wells and what Ida B. Wells did for the movement. A lot of people don't honor the women that have made movements, right? Women have made movements move. And women that look like me have made movements move and are affected by the criminal justice system in a way that we don't talk about. So being honest to say, I honor and appreciate everybody who's made this event happen. The women behind the movement that no one will know. The names of those you will never hear. The women that look like me, whose bodies, who's been on the line ever since. I give honor to them because if I will not honor them, who will? So after honoring them, being able to say, who are you honoring? Who are you making space for? What future generations are you creating a message and a world for? Are you saying that it is okay that we live in a system that says that people will be treated worse than animals if they commit a crime? Are we saying that if you do something the law says you shouldn't do, then all of your rights should be taken away? Is that the dream? Is that the dream of the world you want your futures to have? Is that the dream you want? Is that the world you want? Is that the world you believe other human beings should live in? One where you are judged for the color of your skin, but not the moral of your character, not the fact that you are willing to be in the streets, to love one another, to actually understand that if you don't fight for someone else who cannot fight for themselves, then what are you doing? Why are you here? And are you just taking up space today? There's opportunities to vote. We have somebody registered to vote. We have someone raise your hand, brother, in the back. If you haven't registered to vote yet, we have people here registered to vote. This is not just a rally, because rallying is not what we do. We rally to come together, to learn together, to build community, to understand if we don't know who we are fighting with and who we are fighting for, we'll just be out here fighting everybody like everybody should be fought instead of everyone being hugged, right? We're all humans. Even the people working within the oppressive systems are still human. They need water if they were standing out here too. We cannot not be mindful of the fact that there's human beings changing things. And if we're not trying to get human beings to see that they are affecting other human beings in a non-inhumane way, then what are we doing here? We are doing what has already been done. We keep fighting instead of loving. We keep fighting instead of learning. We keep fighting instead of gathering and coming together and figuring out how we can actually love and learn together, which is why there's a policy roundup at the end of this event. So that not only are we rallying for the change of criminal justice reform, not only are we saying if you want us to elect you into office, you need to be talking about criminal justice reform, but we're also saying we need to be informed as people. So now we can hold people accountable when it's time to hold them accountable. We can't keep on asking people why the world is the same way. We have no idea what policy they're pushing. We can't keep on asking why do we keep on getting the results that we keep on getting out if we don't have our minds, our bodies, and our ears to what's happening in the policy that affects all of our lives, whether vicariously or directly. We owe it to the people who cannot stand here today to be the voice, tell their story. Make sure that the people who are asking us to vote for them, ask them what they're going to do for the people who can't ask them what they're going to do for them. Because if we're not willing to ask you, what are you going to do for those who can't ask you, what are you going to do for them, then what are we doing here? Yeah. So this is a moment, not just any moment. It's a moment for you to ask yourself, who are you? What do you want to be known for? How do you want to talk about yourself to your future generations? Do you want them to know you stood for something, or that you are willing to fall for anything? All right. And if you're not willing to ask themselves your question, then you should probably stop going to rallies and meditate about what you need to do with your life. Because we're asking you just to see that you could be someone else who needs you to help them. Yes. That's all this is today. Criminal justice reform affects everybody. Everybody. It's an everybody issue. In some way, being can cost you your life. Being who you are could cost you your livelihood, which is your life, right? Being who you are can get you locked up. Being who you are says you may not be access to bail. It may get, the process may go a different way. You actually may serve the time that was given to you and then be released into a society that says that you're not good enough because you decided that you were going to pay your debt, do what you're supposed to do, and be mistreated as a human being within the box they put you in. And then you get out and then you can't even be treated like a human when you're out. But this is America. Right? So if this is America, because Dr. King said in that speech, which I said it earlier, but I'll say it again. The Declaration of Independence was a contract. People signed it. It said that we were supposed to have inalienable rights. We were supposed to have access, right? Access to what? What are we supposed to have access to? We know it. Right? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. What are we doing to make sure that everyone has that? If you have that and the people in your community don't, then you're a part of the problem. If you have access to life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, and the people that you may know or may not know don't have that, you're a part of the problem. So ask yourself, are you willing to be educated so you're no longer a part of the problem? Are you asking yourself to just sit down? We're asking you to rise up today. Rise up against criminal justice reform. Rise up and say that you're not willing to do what has already been done because the world needs you. People need you. People need you to see you and other people. Because if you don't, then who will? Thank you.